Hey guys peeps, welcome back to Snail TV. It's late at night, absolutely freezing in the shed, so I'll make it snappy. And I just really want to go through a few minutes of what we've been up to. So I've been pretty busy on working on a few mates' cars and whatnot at the moment. We do have actually said that we've been working on a huge horsepower Barra at the moment, which has been pretty good and a bit different. Yeah, just been doing a few mates' cars and whatnot. I've been waiting for my wastegates. They were actually got delivered, but I wasn't here, so they got sent back to the TNT or wherever they are. So I'm gonna go pick them up next week, and then we'll finish off the triple turbo compound Civic there. So can't wait to get that all happening. I've got to be been smashing out the frame. I did say I wasn't going to make another video on the frame, so I've been putting in a few hours of that as well, so I really want that to look really nice. And I had a lot of welding to do on it, but yeah, so the frame's pretty much done. I've got just a couple more hours on a couple of bits and pieces, and I'm gonna just take it all to the powder coaters next week as well. So I'm just finishing up a few things on the weekend here and just tidying up a few things as well. But anyway, yeah, as I said, just been getting things done, guys, and just been trying to just sort out what you know, the future holds for Snail TV. So trying to organize things for the future plans. So anyway, enough of that. I'll turn the camera around in a second so you guys can actually have a look what actual car it is. Anyway, so this guy messaged me on Facebook, just like absolutely everyone has been, and just wanting a job done. I actually do know this guy, and yeah, he said he wanted to just do a few big things on this setup. So come to me, and we worked out a good price and whatnot to get it all finished off. So this actual Barra is not for me, okay? So it's not Snail TV's. I'm just doing it. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's a big build. It's a big horsepower build. He's building it for a few things. So he's building it for pretty much daily driving as well as rail racing is his main thing that he wants to be doing with it. And yeah, it's a bit of a unique car. And he has made a big power with it before, but apparently he had a bit of a trouble at one of the pistons, and he has got a fresh block done at the moment. So at the moment there's actually only a dummy block in it, but yeah, all the positions and everything are all exactly the same. Anyway, so I've pretty much finished it up what I needed to do. There was one more things on the intercooler, back and forth, because it's just while it's here, he just wants to get everything done. And he actually only just has this kit of this intercooler, and now because he's pretty much outflowing that, I told him that we can weld two cores together, exactly like how I've done all my builds, guys. It's just the easiest way to do it, instead of buying those expensive you know, the 6-inch cores and stuff like that from Garrett and stuff. Just pretty much welding two cores together and just making new end tanks up. You can get exactly the same flow out of them. It might not look 100% exactly the same, but it literally does the same job. So yeah, anyway, we're waiting on doing that next week. So he's just getting a few parts from me on that, but everything else has been done. So I'll turn the camera around and you might spot what sort of car it is. So let's have a look. Alright guys, so if you don't know, it is actually a Ford Territory. It's actually a gear, so this thing's got all the electrics and all the options as well. So it's a really nice car. It's got all the leather seats and whatnot. But as you can see, this big thing in the engine bay, yeah, we've got a Barra. They do come out with the Barras. This one's the turbo model, and this is actually a full drive as well. So yeah, it's pretty stealthy and whatnot, and actually looks pretty sweet from the outside. He's actually this is a 45 Pulsar turbo, and yeah, he's just up to me to hook everything up. So I'll just show you what I can see now, then we'll get the car up on the lift, and I'll show you underneath there as well. So he'd already had the intercooler there. That was pretty much the only thing that was sort of happening, and I have now had to make up a new cooler pipe. I will have to be modifying this one because we're going to put V-bands on both ends, so I'll be taking that off next week anyway, and just modifying the end here. So yeah, just finished up a intercooler pipe on this side, intake pipe, 5-inch intake pipe, 5-inch filter. He's got all the parts. I got all the metal and whatnot, and he's yeah, gone and got just a few parts as well while he's bringing it down. So yeah, got them. We also welded a couple of -10 fittings on the rocker cover, and because it's such a big turbo on the front here, we've had to actually delete the reservoir for the power steering, and he's had to go to a external one. So yeah, I've had to weld a -8 fitting on the end there. So he's yeah, he hasn't seen this yet, but I quickly knocked up this bracket today just to hold these two, and he's got the two Aeroflow reservoirs here. So what he's going to be using it for is, the first one here is going to be the reservoir for the power steering. So the -10 comes on, the -8 sorry, comes from the bottom. The -6 goes to the back to the pump, and the big one with the filter here is a breather for the two -10s over there. I've had to weld up a outlawed only had one outlet -10, and I've had to weld up another fitting down there on the bottom of it. Yeah, it's exactly the same of how it's working, so hasn't stuffed that up at all. So yeah, we've done that, and yeah, power steering there, fixed that up. Intercooler pipe, as I said, we'll be taking that off next week. But then as he come in, I noticed that there was a just a little tiny trans cooler. He's got a decent trans in this thing, and I didn't want anything bad happening to it, so I told him that to get a big decent trans cooler. So yeah, he's got a really nice one, and with a fan on it and whatnot. And we've yeah, cut out the where the old fog lights were and made the bumper fit. All hooked up, everything's wired up as well. Quickly just done that, and yeah, everything's all nice and neat. So fits really nice there actually. He's done the modification over here to put the battery, drop the battery down. He's done that himself, and yeah, so everything's all pretty good. So yeah, it's not really too much of a tidy engine bay at all as such, but yeah, he's just going to clean up a few things and whatnot, and just to make it is that, because it is still a family car, so it has got all the full aircon and yeah, and all the other stuff. You know, you got your full fuse box and whatnot in here as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's he's building it for one purpose only. So anyway, we'll go and get to the good stuff. So that's all that we can see from here. We'll get it up there, and I'll show you underneath. All right guys, so come up under here and we'll show you exactly what we've got. So he has is running a 6-boost manifold, absolute gorgeous manifold. So yeah, they've boys at 6-boost have done an absolutely awesome job on the things. But anyway, they've then he's also got a 60mm gate, Turbo Smart gate. Always the best thing to run, guys. Turbo Smart's awesome. And I've made a screamer pipe coming down, 2.5-inch screamer pipe, coming around the column there, as you can see, fitting really nicely. And off the turbo, we've got a 4-inch dump. All right, everything's all V-band and 4-inch exhaust the whole way through, guys. Actually pretty, it's tight, and also at the same time really nice to fit, I guess. You know, things are very close in bits. There was no sump on here, so I had to take that into consideration. He just told me a few things were but as I said, I did say to him that if anything's a bit close, we'll might have to get it back in and modify a couple of little bits, but pretty sure everything should be sweet. 4-inch the whole way through, guys. All right, V-band here, had to go V-band here and V-band on the other side just to get it to finish up. All right, so full 4-inch. Guys at Celica Spares, thanks very much, boys. They've supplied me all the stuff here to go. V-band again at the back here, guys, for a just a small little dump, and that's how we'll finish it up. So nice and neat. All right, so I didn't want anything there to look look ridiculous, but I think that's going to look really nice. I did tell him just to probably heat shield this one at the back, just give it a wrap just in case of the tire spare wheel, but yeah, that's the exhaust, boys. Alright, so yeah, as I did say, I'm done with this thing at the moment, not until I get called all done for next week. Yeah, we'll be straight back on to the triple turbo 2JZ and smashing that out. At the same time, I'm just doing the bike and taking that down to the powder coaters as well. And I want to get that out the way. Engine's in the middle of everything. I'm just trying to suss everything out. I totally forgot. Made a bit of a boo-boo when I took it out. I didn't actually have a location of where my air filter, the breathers were for the rocker cover. So I've got to sort of go through a few photos and a few videos of exactly where I can put the dash fittings on. So yeah, that was one thing I actually forgot to do, but I think I should be able to be alright and put a couple of fittings. I should be able to see a couple of spots there, what was close to. So yeah, that's what we're all going in the middle of everything, guys. And yeah, and everything else is all just happening, guys. As I said, I do have a lot of things happening behind the scenes. So yeah, guys, I do this quite a bit. Do a few jobs for a few mates, just quickly, just to help them out and whatnot, just to get them all done. This was a little bit bigger, as there was a full exhaust and whatnot. Exhaust not pains, but you know, running a 4-inch exhaust where a 2.5 inch normally goes is the owner of this said that there are only a couple out there that actually is only with a 4-inch, and a couple of people did refuse to do the 4-inch on it. It is pretty easy to do. It's just, as I said, you've got to have a lot of clamps and just a lot of patience sort of thing with it, and a lot of bends actually. I reckon we went through like six 90s. You know, not all used as 90s, but cut down into a couple of 45s and the rest into 90s. So yeah, you use a lot of bends when you have to go through those sort of things, especially over the rear cradle there. And yeah, but it's been a pretty good job though. It's been really nice. Yeah, good customer as well, which is you know, as I did say, he's a mate as well. So yeah, and he's just going with what I'm recommending pretty much, you know, which is good. You know, the big thing was definitely the transcooler. That was definitely going to be the biggest thing. He's definitely hurdled down. And yeah, the intercooler is like tiny, so it's definitely not going to be flowing a 45. He'll be seeing a lot of horsepower loss there. The efficiency of the turbos won't be there. So yeah, anyway, all in all though, yeah, full territory, guys. All right, so over the big Barra, big horsepower, 45 pulsar, really nice turbos, really nice. You guys know I've got the two 42 pulsars on the top of my 2JZ there. Yeah, and they're compounding with the 55 at the front. But yeah, if I would go for any further, then I'll definitely be recommending the pulsars anyway. So yeah, up until I see him perform myself though. So yeah, hopefully when this gets on the dyno, we should be able to see it yeah, perform then. But anyway, guys, I thought I'd just let you know where I'm at. I gave you just a quick little snippet of what I was up to. Guys, I work from 7 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night, every night, all going through Saturdays, Sundays, 7 days a week. And yeah, if I don't have a video, then I'm obviously doing other stuff. If not, I'm spending time with my son. Yeah, always just doing little jobs like that for mates as well. So I'm always doing stuff. But yeah, thanks very much for the comments, guys. Comments are coming in pretty crazy. And they're all some great comments these now. Yeah, so the comments these days now are just, yeah, so much more, yeah, more supportive for the channel of things actually happening. I know I don't have the cars running yet, guys, but all the rest of the actual little projects are all happening, guys. I just can't start them up every day because they're so loud. I get noise complaints all the time as well, so it doesn't matter where I am. Yeah, the cars are just got to get done. So it's either me taking the carts out, or if you just want to see these things running, you know. So I'm sick and tired of people saying, when are the cars going to run, when are the cars going to run. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make them run, all right? So, yeah, I'm just pushing forwards, guys. I'm just getting things done. And, yeah, before you know it, things are going to be starting up pretty quick, smart. So, again, thanks very much to Celica Spares, helping me out on prices and always helping me out on prices as well. They've been awesome. The boys there, and yeah, and obviously the rest of the sponsors. But I hadn't used them on this car as such. He's running whatever computer he's running in this thing, whatever tuning he's running in it. And yeah, but very nice car. As I said, it is primo pack on it. Yeah, so it's gorgeous inside, all leather. And yeah, definitely got to be going for a drive with him when he's doing roll racing. So yeah, should be pretty sweet. So again, guys, thanks very much. Thanks very much for liking the channel. Thanks very much for subscribing. As you do know, the 10,000 subscribers, really appreciate it. Yeah, let me know what I need to do more, guys. You know, I understand that I need to take out the go-karts and whatnot, but just little things like ask me more things, or what else more things you actually do want to see on the channel. More explanations, or more how-tos, or something like that. So you know, I'm always here, so I'm always building and stuff like that. It's really hard at the moment taking the go-karts out. It's just been raining every weekend pretty much as well. I'm in the middle of trying to organize a quick, I won't tell you sort of what I'm doing, but it's something anyway. Just yeah, we're making things happen. So thank you very much, guys, again. Really love doing what I'm doing, and I hope you're loving it too. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you, peeps.